the next kit in our collection for May is the white geranium kit. This comes in one of my favourite sort of plant pots, which is this lovely like ribbed pot with sort of bobbly bits around the top and bobbly bits around the saucer, and it's a really gorgeous detailed pot. And you will have your white geranium. This one is really fresh, it came in yesterday, so it doesn't have any white flowers yet, they're just about to bloom. But yeah, it has these lovely kind of, you know, typical geranium leaves. It smells sort of, yeah, as I would describe it as sort of like a herbally kind of scent, not a sweet floral scent. Yeah, it's really nice, I really like it. You will find sometimes that if it arrives with some yellow leaves at the bottom, that's purely because it's not getting sunlight at the bottom leaves, just because it's shaded by the growth above it. So you just need to snap it off, and then that's it. Then all the energy will go into the healthy green leaves that are slightly higher up. So there we go, I've just taken off. I mean, they're not massively yellow, but they just looked a bit sort of lime greeny. They were on their way, so I've just taken them off, and then we can start to pot up. So give your geranium a really good drink when it arrives. Take it straight out of the box, the cardboard box it comes in, and then add in your gravel first. So pop your pot on its saucer, then add in all the gravel that's in your kit, and then add on top a layer of compost. I would say, I mean, I use my hands for this, so obviously it depends. I would say 2 sort of handfuls, and then if you pop your plant on top, you can see where sort of it will start. I think that's about right. It's sort of in line with the rim of the pot. Now, yeah, let's do the compost around the plastic plant pot thing. So to pot this up, this is how I would do it. So you take your geranium out and then just put it to one side. Then put the plastic plant pot back in on top of the gravel and the layer of compost that you've already done. And then all you need to do is add in your compost around your plant pot. Now, if you haven't watched the early summer planter tutorial, then I would explain and hopefully not bore you with the reasons why it's an easy way to pot up, in that it means that your hole is the right size for your plant, and it is just a simple way of being able to add your plants in so that they're not too high or too low. Yeah, it's a technique that I think is handy. But of course, if you want to pot it up the other way, you can, the normal way. Okay, so that's nearly full, around the size of the plastic pot with compost. And then simply just remove gently that plastic plant pot. And what you're left with, I think I'm going to try and be brave, is a geranium shaped hole. So then you can just literally pop it straight in, like that. And then the hole is the right size, and there's you know, minimal air pockets. And that's potted up beautifully. So you can now add in your moss, but just worth noting quickly, you might think that the pot is too big proportionally for the geranium. So the geranium will come in a 10.5 centimetre plastic pot. Your plant terracotta pot is a 14 centimetre pot. Now I appreciate that sounds silly and that I've given you too big a pot for the plant, but actually a geranium is something that you will have it for a long time if you look after it. And you can deadhead, which means you take this entire stem that the florals are on, and you snap it where it meets the main stem of the plant. And then you'll get more florals, more buds, and your geranium will continue to grow, and you might find in a year or 2 years time you need to pot it on into another bigger pot. So that's why I've started you off with your geranium with a bigger pot than the plant, so that hopefully it will grow and you can then have it as sort of quite a long-term plant in your home. So this is for indoors. You can of course keep geraniums in the garden. They are tender, so they don't like frost, and they do really well indoors. They're a really good house plant to have. So you can, if you want to, once the frosts are 100% gone, you can put it outside and enjoy it in your garden, or you can enjoy it in your home, completely up to you. So adding in some moss. So 3 types: sphagnum, which is this one, and then flat moss, which is the sort of green kind of woodland floor moss, and then the bun moss, which is this sort of chunkier green moss there. And that's about it. It's a really easy plant to look after. Needs a decent amount of sunlight, so pop it on a windowsill, or on a shelf that's getting some light from outside. Keep it well watered but not waterlogged. It's just the same with all the plants, I think. They just don't like to sit in water, but they don't like to dry out. And that's about it. I hope you enjoy it.